Alrighty, you guys, so today in this video we have two fishing poles with us. Made about a 2-3 mile hike through the woods and got to this little pond here. I've got a bait caster and my ultralight. We're going to first start out with a Strike King bluegill colored swim jig with a bluegill colored 3.5 gunner just to see if we can get a big one right off the bat. It'd be pretty nice. I've been to this pond a couple times in the past. The biggest fish I think I've caught out of here is about 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds. I've hooked a couple pretty nice ones in here. Didn't land them though. But we've got this bait caster here with a 12-pound line, and I've got my ultralight with 4-pound line, so we'll see what happens here. As I was coming through here, I seen a couple deer, which was pretty cool. Have not seen a whole lot of deer this year so far. Oh, there's a little turtle. There's a whole bunch of turtles in here, and there's one really giant one. I call him the dinosaur because he's freaking huge. He's giant and old. I'd say he's probably at least 60 pounds. It's a big old snapping turtle. There we go. Huge splashes. Oop. Look at this fat guy. Talk about a football. Look at that little dude. Look at how fat he is. Let me switch him around here. Look at how fat that little dude is. Think he ain't been eating them little tiny bluegill that are in here? Little bluegill and dragonflies and stuff. You can't see nothing down his throat, but he's a nice little one. Nice fat one. Awesome. What is that, third cast? I started the video before I ever started casting, so there's third cast, I think it was. Caught a fish, so there you go. You can tell why he's getting so fat, because he's got a really small... Oh, that's a better one. There's the biggest fish I've ever caught out of here. Holy cow, that's a really nice one. I'd say that's probably 2.5, 3 pounds. He's only about as long. I mean, he's probably only... There's 9 inches, you guys, from my tip of my pinky to the tip of my thumb, and he's probably 2.5 pounds. That's a really good one. He hit right at the bank, scared the crap out of me. Dude, that is awesome right there. That is a nice one. That is awesome right there. Okay, not even 3 minutes in, we've already got 2 fish catches. One that was a really awesome fish catch too, so all right, nice. Cool, I'm happy right now. Yesterday, and the day before yesterday as well, I went out to my pond and I lost a really big one twice. 2 days in a row, I hooked it with my ultralight. Tiny little jig head, wacky rig green pumpkin worm. And I lost them both times. I'd say probably 4.5, 5 pounder. Probably the biggest fish in the pond. And I lost him 2 days in a row. Same spot, same rig and everything. So to come out here in the first few casts and catch 2, that's pretty nice. I am happy. Oh, there was a good bite. Alright, so now, since I've got a bite, we're going to throw ye old wacky rig worm right here on the ultralight. Throw that little guy out there. Now, how I like to rig this, if you guys have yet to see my wacky rig fishing videos here lately, is you just kind of buzz it right on the surface almost. And you wait for them to blow up on it. When they do, you just kind of wait a second, make sure they have it good, and set the hook. Like I said a little bit ago, I use my ultralight setup for this. It's not exactly the greatest setup, but when you're using light little jig head like this, I'm using a 1/80th ounce jig head. I mean, it is a tiny jig head. It's kind of hard to use a 1/80th ounce jig head with any other rod or reel other than an ultralight. No bite on the wacky rig. I kind of want to just keep throwing a swim jig. Getting 2 really aggressive bites like that, I kind of just want to keep throwing it, you know. Got some grass on it. Now this pond, when I first started fishing it, I fished it 3 times now. This is, I think, my 3rd time fishing it. It was really a mystery to me because I've always seen it while I go hunting and stuff, because I hunt over here quite a bit. But of course, when I go hunting over here, it's wintertime and you can't really tell if there's any fish in it when it's half frozen or super cold out. So I was really excited to come over here in the summertime. There's a hit. I was really excited to come over here in the summertime and throw a couple lures in it. So when I came over here the very first time, I caught a couple small bass, a couple small red ear bluegill, and then right over there, I caught my first channel catfish in about 12 years. And I'd always heard there was channel cat in here from my dad, but it's been many years since he's fished it, so he didn't really know if there'd be really anything living in here anymore. And there's some, I mean, the bass are not exactly like super fat, thick, healthy, or they're not super long, 24-inch. There was a good hit, dang it. They're not super long or anything, but man, they are fat and they fight really well for fish. I mean, obviously they don't really get pressured any at all. You know, as far as I know, in the last like 10-15 years, I'm the only person who's fished it, so they don't get a whole lot of pressure. The only pressure they really do get is from a little bit that I'm fishing, and I really don't fish it a whole lot. I actually fish it very little to keep it kind of hidden, you know what I mean? Kind of keep it less pressured, I guess you could say, because I don't want to catch too many fish out of it. Nothing, man. I really figured I would get some more bites after having them too, but let's go ahead and throw the wacky rig for a little bit. The dinosaur was sitting right there. I tried to get the video camera on before he swam away, but he's already swimming out. It's a really big turtle is what it is. Giant snapping turtle. Between 50 and 60 pound at least. It's a giant. Man, I ain't got no bites on this wacky rig worm. I'm thinking I might be using too light of a jig head, maybe. It ain't falling quite as fast as what I typically throw, so maybe that's why they're not hitting it. I don't know. But I thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm glad I was able to get at least 2 bites on this video on camera, caught and everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think that's about everything. Bye.